I've seen a lot of negativity and contempt towards the fourth book in the Witcher series, Time of Contempt. To be honest, it left a bad taste in my mouth as well, but today I'm going to argue why that's exactly why it's a masterpiece. I fell in love with the Witcher series with The Last Wish and Sword of Destiny. My favorite part of these books was that even though they were structured like a compilation of short stories, they came together with a common theme that acted like a character or even the main character. Despite having a more novel-like structure, Sapkowski continues to use theme like a character in both Blood of Elves and Time of Contempt. The theme of Time of Contempt being contempt. It seems like most readers enjoyed Time of Contempt until about 60% of the way through. They loved the epic battle of the mages, and then what followed didn't quite work for them. I too found myself wondering, this is so epic. Why isn't this the end of the book? Why wasn't there more build-up towards this climax? However, if you think of Contempt as a character, the Time of Contempt hadn't really happened yet. In fact, this was the tipping point. Subsequent scenes show the utter horribleness of war. We see brutal murders, spineless politics, compromising of morals, giving up on dreams and visions, and we see Ciri completely alone. And isn't that the point? We're seeing what happens when we look at others with contempt, as lesser, as beneath us, worthless, deserving of scorn. The humans in general treat any non-humans with contempt, and the non-humans return that contempt. Kingdoms have contempt for each other. Nobles have contempt for their own rulers. Mages have contempt for kings. Kings have contempt for mages. Men have contempt for women. Everyone has contempt for witchers, and the list goes on. And that's where Ciri comes in. Ciri is all these things. She's a girl, she's a mage, half elf, half human, trained as a witcher, and she's royal too. Everyone has a reason to have contempt for her. I closed this book feeling sad, disappointed, slimy, even hurt. I thought, how could anyone do this to Ciri? How could anyone do these things at all? And that is why this is a horrible masterpiece. Time of Contempt brings forth the horrific parts of the world, the parts that we hope don't exist, and brings them to the forefront, showing us the tragedies of war, the tragedy of what holding contempt for others does. It incites violence, rape, and abuse in dangerous spirals. Not only does Time of Contempt accomplish what it set out to do, it does it masterfully, leaving you hoping that Geralt, the one person who doesn't buy into the Time of Contempt, will find Ciri and save her. And he doesn't, because there's no escape from contempt. When I finished Time of Contempt, I needed a bit of a pick-me-up, and I'm guessing you do too. So here's a more lighthearted video about Sword of Destiny. See you in the next adventure.